They brutally killed her godmother and steal her dog, not knowing what she will do to them on that particular eve. Welcome back to Paramount Recapped. Your review about this movie Wrath of Becky and my editing will mean a lot to me. Becky's had a rough ride in life. Years back, some dude named Dominic killed her dad, and since then, she's been tossed around from one foster home to another. Doesn't matter how nice or cozy those homes were, Becky wasn't having it. She played the part, smiled when she needed to, acted all sweet, but inside, pure fury. She hated the fake love, hated the rules, hated the system. And just like that, she bailed on not one, but 3 foster homes. Where does she go? The woods. That's her escape. She's not just camping out for fun either. Becky's serious. She's turned herself into a little survivalist. She's got traps set up, she knows how to use weapons, and she keeps her guard up 24/7. Because once you've seen your dad murdered, trust doesn't come easy. For about a year, she's been living off the grid with this old lady, Elena. They both kind of hate the world, so it works out. No drama, no society breathing down their necks. Just peace and a mutual dislike for other people. But even Becky's got bills to pay. So, she picks up a gig waitressing at a local diner. Every day's a new lesson in patience. One day, an old guy comes in and starts whining about how he wants his toast made from some rare wood in Indonesia. Becky's patience snaps, on the inside at least. She fantasizes about flipping the table, but keeps it together. Barely. Back home, she and Elena chat about life, dark stuff mostly. They bring up that one time, 2 years back, when Becky went full beast mode and took out Dominic and 3 other ex-cons. Elena's curious, like, hey, you sure you're not a psycho? Becky just shrugs and says she did what she had to do. Revenge, not madness. Then one night, the radio blares about this sketchy group called the NM Group, short for Noblemen. Sounds fancy, but these guys are all about violence and chaos. Problem is, the cops can't get any solid dirt on them. The very next day, guess who strolls into Becky's diner? 3 NM members, Anthony, DJ, and Sean. DJ acts like a total creep, throwing around gross comments and suggesting Becky join him at a hotel. Anthony's not much better, treating her like dirt and barking coffee orders like he owns the place. Becky's had it. She casually pours piping hot coffee on Anthony's lap. Not an accident, obviously. Later, while Becky's heading home, DJ's joking about the coffee burn, but Anthony's not laughing. He's fuming and decides he's gonna get payback. That night, Becky's at home, chilling, when something feels off. She notices an old lock symbol linked to Dominic's past crew. But before she can make sense of it, boom, she's ambushed. Anthony and his pals barge in. DJ, the scumbag, hits her dog Diego with a bat. Sean's hesitant, clearly uncomfortable, but DJ bullies him into going along. Things get crazier when Elena shows up with a gun, demanding they drop their weapons. But Anthony pulls his own gun on her. Everything spirals. Elena gets shot. Becky gets knocked out. Next morning, Becky wakes up alone. Diego's missing. The guys took him. Her heart's shattered. And to make things worse, she has to bury Elena quietly, out in the woods, just to avoid attention. Now Becky's rage is back, stronger than ever. Everyone she's ever cared about is gone, and she's not about to let these guys walk away. So she gears up for showdown, preps her tools, paints her nails, because why not, and sets out for vengeance. She remembers Anthony talking about some guy named Daryl. Becky does her homework, finds 2 people named Daryl in town. First one's a sick old lady, not the one she's looking for. The other Daryl lives near a lake, and Becky heads that way. Turns out, Anthony and his boys are already there. Sean's still shaken from the night before and wants to talk things out. Anthony just mocks him like always. They meet up with the real Daryl, the leader of this whole NM Group mess. He's living with his right-hand man, a dude named Twig. Daryl's suspicious, wants to know what went down the previous night and why they've got a dog with them. Anthony lies through his teeth, saying they just had car trouble and found the dog by chance. What none of them realize is Becky's already inside their hideout, watching and waiting. Things are about to get messy. While Becky was snooping around, trying to dig up dirt, Daryl and Sean unexpectedly barged into the room for a serious heart-to-heart. Sean, still kind of new to this whole nobleman thing, got the lowdown from Daryl on what the group really stood for. Turns out, it wasn't the peaceful activist crew Sean thought he'd joined. Nope, these guys were deep into shady business, and Daryl even pulled out a notebook filled with the names of powerful folks backing their cause. Then came the real kicker. Daryl talked about plans to stir up chaos and protests targeting some politician named Hernandez. He even had a creepy statue of the guy in his room. That's when it hit Sean. He'd gotten mixed up with some full-blown extremists. But when he tried to protest, Daryl basically threatened him with death if he ever thought about leaving the crew. So yeah, Sean felt stuck. After they left the room, Becky, who had been hiding under the bed the whole time, came out. Wasting no time, she snapped pics of all the stuff related to the planned riot and snagged a flash drive that had files on the group's wealthy backers. Later, she made her way to Daryl's storage unit and jackpot. It was packed with guns, gas masks, explosives, basically a war chest ready for whatever they were planning at City Hall. Back at the house, Daryl and the guys were having a celebratory moment when someone knocked. Daryl opened the door and found Becky's phone lying there. Instantly, panic hit DJ, Anthony, and Sean. DJ and Anthony wanted to lie and cover it all up, but Sean thought they should come clean. Eventually, Anthony spilled everything. They'd killed Elena and taken Becky's dog. To smooth things over with Daryl, he offered to meet Becky and return the dog peacefully. But Becky wasn't buying that act. She was hiding in the woods nearby, waiting for the perfect moment. When Anthony got close, he fell straight into a hole she dug out using heavy machinery. Rather than taking him out quickly, Becky went for psychological warfare. She tied him up, gagged him, and set up a rig so that when someone opened Daryl's door, a gun would go off. Sure enough, Daryl opened the door, triggering the trap and ending Anthony right there. Sean, watching all this, had a breakdown. He wanted out. This wasn't what he signed up for. But Daryl wasn't about to let him go. Instead, he used brute force and killed Sean with his bare hands, leaving DJ totally shaken. Now DJ felt like there was no way out, and he had to follow Daryl no matter what. Meanwhile, Twig, one of Daryl's guys, stepped outside with a weapon, trying to find Becky. That's when she called Daryl and told him she had damning evidence, specifically the stolen flash drive with everything on it. Daryl was furious and told Twig to track her down. Before Twig could move, Becky fired an arrow and hit him. He didn't go down right away, though. Daryl yanked out the arrow, and Twig kept pushing forward. Becky then led him to the weapon's bunker. Once he stepped inside, she locked the place up and tossed in a smoke bomb. While Twig was struggling to breathe, Becky tried to fire up a lawnmower for a brutal kill, but it wouldn't start. She couldn't find the keys. So she grabbed a blade and ended him. Just as she finished, a tranquilizer dart hit her neck. She passed out. When she woke up, she was tied up, and Daryl had taken all her gear, knives, bombs, her special key from Dominic's past, everything. Turns out, that key held coordinates, and Daryl figured that out by accident. Things got weirder. Becky spotted the sick old lady she had seen earlier, the one with the oxygen tank. Shockingly, this woman turned out to be Daryl's mom and a mastermind behind the Noblemen group. Daryl revealed that the City Hall riot wasn't even his plan. It was hers, and their shadowy donors were the ones truly pulling strings. With the flash drive in Becky's hands, she had a card to play. Daryl needed that drive before he could get rid of her. At first, she refused to give it up. But once he threatened to hurt her dog, Diego, she caved a little. The moment her restraints loosened, Becky sprang into action. She sprayed something nasty into Daryl's face and grabbed a knife. Then she killed his mom right in front of him. Daryl, now completely unhinged, chased Becky into the forest. But Becky was ready. She set one last trap, and Daryl walked right into it. That was the end of him. The next day, Becky found herself in a government interrogation room with Agent Mary. Mary explained that the flash drive Becky had stolen listed fake government officials who were actually working with the Noblemen. Impressed with how Becky handled the entire situation, Mary offered her something wild, a spot in the CIA. She'd be their youngest recruit ever. Her first mission? Find DJ, who had slipped away and was still on the loose. Oh, and figure out the deeper secrets behind that mysterious key. Soon after, DJ was seen on the side of the road, trying to fix his broken-down car. Out of nowhere, Becky rolled up in a shiny ride, rocking full CIA gear. Before DJ could react, she pulled out a bazooka and blasted his car to bits. And with a cheeky grin, Becky closed the chapter with one final boom. If that sounds wild, wait until you watch the actual movie. If you like this recap, hit like. If you didn't, hit dislike twice just to make sure it counts. Don't forget to subscribe for more crazy stories like this.